Japan, Part 43. Indeed, the Prime Minister is not expected to formulate policy statements of his own. Rather, he works closely with the bureaucracy and enunciates what various ministries advise him. In short, the bureaucracy is granted the prestige and authority necessary to sustain high group morale and achieve a high level of performance. The grooming of leading candidates for Prime Minister is as thorough as almost as free of surprise as the grooming of leading bureaucrats. The route is not necessarily connected to university attendance, but the potential Prime Minister must have approximately 20 years of prescribed positions behind him. The specialized training begins when he becomes a faction leader in the LDP. The faction is in effect a personal support group for a potential Prime Minister. For faction members are pledged to vote for him as Prime Minister, and the leader in turn gives financial assistance to the members and helps place them in good assignments within the Diet. People who become faction leaders are one of the two types. One, by the pure politician, becomes a Diet member at a young age and rises within the Diet. By his third or fourth term, with 6 or more years of Diet experience, a promising young Diet member may be selected by senior leaders of the LDP to be parliamentary vice minister of one of the ministries. After serving successfully as parliamentary vice minister in several ministries, he may inherit a faction from its retired leader or split off and form his own faction. Although factions were theoretically abolished in 1976, old faction alignment have not disappeared, and promising young politicians now head towards clubs which operate like factions, looking after their members' interest while cooperating with LDP factions against opposition parties. The second type of potential Prime Minister, the ex-bureaucrat, enters the Diet later after serving in bureaucracy. After some years in the Diet, a promising ex-bureaucrat may inherit a faction or split off from a senior faction leader to form his own. In recent years, those who have aspired to be the politicians and who have qualifications to be bureaucrats have first served some years in the bureaucracy to acquire prestige and experience. At an early age, often in their 30s, they respond to good opportunity to become a Diet member in order to get Diet censitary and become a major leader. Of the several faction leaders, generally the ex-bureaucrats have the greatest chance of becoming Prime Minister. They have a wealth of experience in actual operations of the government as well as impeccable credentials and university training. They are freer to the petty political obligations that weigh down politicians who rise through the ranks